This time we will be going over the Hayabusa's chassis design, its bodywork, suspension, brakes and the features and technologies it has been equipped with. You see, all the crazy things that the Hayabusa is able to do is because of its core structure, which is its tried and tested twin-spar aluminium frame and swing arm. The Busa's physics are so complex that the frame has to be light but strong enough to bear all the vibrations and the forces. Also, the frame has to be made in a way that the weight distribution is properly maintained, cause this frame is going to experience some really versatile conditions such as road, track and maybe uneven roads, cause it's a tourer. Now, the extruded element sections help in keeping the machine balanced for ultimate performance, and they are not just used on superbikes like the Hayabusa, they are also used on high performance machines like supercars, and this frame is essential in making the Hayabusa the ultimate sports bike it is. Now, this frame excels in terms of reliability, durability and it shines in high performance usage. Now, clay modeling is one of those practices in the automotive world where the designers and the modelers actually get to shape the vehicle in the most aerodynamic way possible. Thus, it is one of the most important processes while the product is being brought from imagination to reality. Now, after the clay modeling, the wind tunnel testing comes into place, and when the bike is actually brought out, it has one of the lowest track coefficients of that of a street legal motorcycle, and that is the very reason why the Busa has earned a top 3 place in terms of CDA. CDA here standing for coefficient of drag times frontal surface area. Now, on the front we have DLC coated KYB inverted front forks, and on the rear we have the KYB rear suspension. Now, this suspension system is adjustable, and if adjusted to the right settings, then it can help the bike in achieving high speed stability. Moreover, the handling becomes more controllable at lower speeds due to the right suspension settings. Now, we all have seen how important it is the role of tires at high speeds. Be it a supercar or a superbike, tires are very important, especially if the vehicle is meant to do high speed stuff. On the Busa, the tire job is being taken care by all new Bridgestone's new Battle Axe Hypersport S22, which are exclusively designed for the Hayabusa, and they provide great grip while being durable. Now comes one of the most essential parts, the brakes. Brakes are the very component that provide the rider with the confidence to go fast, so they have to be good at their job. Now, the brakes on the Busa are the Brembo Stylema radial mount calipers. They are in the front, and they are not only lighter than the previous brakes on the previous generation Busa, but they are also much more compact in size, and they are designed in a way to cool the brake pads more efficiently. Also, they are up in size from 310 mm on the previous generation to 320 mm on this Busa. Now, this is going to provide the brake pads more area to apply, thus increasing the braking force. Now, when we come to parts which actually actuate the systems, the clutch and the brake levers, they all have been heavily inspired from MotoGP. The holes, the feel, the correct feel and tightness, everything has been made to be just perfect for the rider. Kudos to Suzuki for giving so much attention to the Busa from a rider's perspective. Now, we talked about the instrument cluster of the Busa in the previous video as well, regarding the jet fighter feel it gives while riding. Well, the jet fighter feeling is still the same, it's just that the instrument cluster now has a TFT display screen in it that displays a plethora of information to the rider and is placed in a way that it doesn't distract the rider as well. Also, the gold touches here and there make the instrument cluster just a bit more visually appealing, and the LEDs inside the analog dials ensure that the cluster visibility is maintained even if the rider is riding the Busa in the night. Now, going into some technical stuff, the Hayabusa now has got SIRS, which is short for Suzuki Intelligent Riding System. Basically, there is a group of sensors which monitor the movement of the bike, and then they give the necessary data to the rider so that the rider can make the necessary changes to their style to get the best out of the bike. Now, wheel spin is one of the issues that every high performance car or bike suffers with. It occurs due to the tire not being able to put down all the power it has received from the engine onto the road properly. So Suzuki has developed modes keeping this issue in mind. Now if you notice carefully on the side of the Busa, these chrome moldings, they help in keeping the air away from the driver's leg, while black diffusers extending from the side of the upper cowl keep the wind away from the rider's elbows and knuckles. Now the ultimate strength of the frame, the wonderful aerodynamics and the presence of these aerodynamic elements help the Busa in achieving its top speed of 299 kmph. Even the side mirrors on the Busa feature an all-new attractive design and retain their aerodynamic profile. Even the handlebars on the Busa have now been placed closer to the rider, thus improving comfort, reducing fatigue, and ensuring more control over the bike when the rider is riding the bike around a track or on road. Suzuki and Bridgestone have been working on making this tire from a long time. They have experimented with different compounds and structures and have finally decided to go with this one. Also, when the riding conditions of your bike happens to be so versatile, such as dry and wet, you really need a good tire that you can rely upon anytime. Now the company can integrate all the electronics they want, all the new tech and features, but the real test of the bike is on the road. Ultimately, it should be able to perform its purpose, and the purpose of the Busa is to be a tourer motorcycle. And we all know the kind of roads and conditions a tourer bike has to go through. So Suzuki has performed various tests on the Hayabusa, such as drop test, vibration test and bumpy surface test, just so that they could get an idea of how the Busa behaves when it actually has to face these kind of conditions. Thus, the prototype models of the Busa have been ridden for over tens of thousands of kilometers, just so that Suzuki can see whether the Busa is the best tourer or not. Countless other tests and rigorous testing methods help Suzuki achieve an unmatched level of reliability and durability. It's been made to deliver the ultimate riding experience. It's been the Speed King for more than 2 decades, and it plans on continuing that legacy. The Hayabusa is here to make sure of the fact that till it is present in the market, there is going to be no other Speed King. Don't doubt it. Get ready to tame this monster, cause it's soon going to be hitting the roads to annihilate anyone who comes in the way of its path. So everyone, that will be all for this time. I trust you liked this one. If you did, then do share it with your friends and do consider subscribing to Motor Drift for more such content in the future. Also, join in the Motor Drift community by clicking the Discord link in the description below. I would love to have you as a part of it. Till then, ciao.